Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is July the 16th, 2020. Strong hand, long-term thinking. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin apex predator, one day closer to an all-time high. Offended by selling, unconfiscatable. Yeah, that's why that dude used it. Be a unique beast. Hello, my elite friends. How are you? If you have questions, I have answers. Type in BitcoinMeister or do a super chat, please. All right, because I've got time for questions. Tomorrow, 12:30 in the afternoon, Baltimore time. That's 9:30 a.m. in Los Angeles. This Week in Bitcoin, Friday. John Vallis will be on. Federico Tenga will be on from Italy, making his return. And we have a new guest, Brian. Yeah, he's new. He's not the Brian, the UK Bitcoin master, but another Brian. All right. He's from Bitcoin Magazine. Tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. in the morning, Los Angeles. So Bitcoin Pride. You guys got your Bitcoin Pride? You guys defiant over compliance? Don't follow the herd? Okay, so let's start with Monero. We're so proud of our Bitcoin. We could talk about a clever little Monero marketing technique by some Monero freak out there. He saw an opportunity with this Twitter hack yesterday to get some Monero publicity. Somebody sent the hacker a little tip with a message encoded in the extra outputs telling them they should have used Monero. So you can check out the Blockstream link below and the link to the Twitter below handle that put that out there. And you'll see someone sent the dude, the hacker, teeny bits of Bitcoin, and in the outputs, the addresses, the made up addresses that he sent them to, had a message, and it said you should use Monero. Basically, it said you should use Monero. Okay, and did the dude send it so that the hacker would actually use Monero the next time? Probably not. He probably sent it, if he was smart, because he knew it was going to get so much media coverage that someone would talk about this, and plenty of people tweeted about this. So Monero got some free publicity, or somebody spent a couple dollars. You can check it out. I thought it was very clever, but no. The bottom line is that the hacker did not use Monero or anything. He wanted the real thing, baby. Pound that like button. But hey, this is where the big boys play, and I thought that was a really creative way of getting the Monero word out there. I have no problem with it. All right. So I do wonder, in our little bubble on Twitter, well, I go to all sorts of feeds on Twitter, but crypto Twitter can be its own little world. And the biggest news in all of crypto Twitter clearly yesterday was those big accounts getting hacked. And everyone was talking about it. Yet no one tried to speculate on the price. I mean, the price really did not move at all. So a lot of times there are big stories in the crypto Twitter sphere, and it does affect the price like immediately. So we think. So you do have to wonder what role does crypto Twitter actually play in overall Bitcoin? I mean, how many people are really paying attention? Now, I will say yesterday's story went way beyond crypto Twitter. The whole world heard about it. The former president of the United States had his account hacked. The prime minister of Israel, all sorts of people out there. So all around the world, people heard about Bitcoin, and nothing happened. Nothing happened with the price there. So very, very interesting. Hey, that's why you can't worry about the price day to day. Long-term thinking, and the long-term thinking on that is that yesterday's situation, while pretty bad for Twitter, was good for Bitcoin. More people will find out about it, and the searches on Google for Bitcoin immediately did go up I linked to a chart below that shows that. Now, what do we have here? So there's a secret control panel on Twitter. Well, at the Twitter office in San Francisco, I guess, that some people have access to, okay? I mean, and if you have access to it, you can, I mean, it shows all sorts of insider information about certain posters, what they're allowed to post, what list, internal list they're on. And people have tried to tweet this out, the picture of it, and Vice has an article about it. But if you try to tweet it out, then Twitter shuts your account down or something like that. So, okay, we found out that information because of this. But it's a good reminder that with Bitcoin, there's no God switch. They call it like a God switch over there at Twitter, where someone could get a hold of Bitcoin and just take control of everybody's accounts or everybody's addresses. And this is what centralization is all about. That these centralized entities, at the end of the day, they can have such a switch. And you better believe, people, if Twitter, which is a billion-dollar company, publicly traded company, some dude somehow gets in there, whether they had someone on the inside or they hacked in or as a combination, if they're able to do that and wreak havoc, get into all sorts of people's accounts like Obama and whoever, that I think it's a little bit easier to socially engineer somebody that's working at some exchange somewhere, isn't it? Than that. Maybe not. But if Twitter is vulnerable, okay, then your exchange is very, very vulnerable. This is quite a reminder about that. So you never keep your Bitcoin on the exchanges, obviously. The other thing, everybody with their Twitter DMs, well, I'll say this. If you are a blue checkmark person and you think your Twitter DMs are private, I mean, not anymore. This entity that hacked in there could have gotten everybody's freaking DM and might put them up for, who knows what, to try to get more Bitcoin for that. I don't know. It's just another, don't think those are private, those DMs, especially if you're even semi-prominent. Someone will get in there one day and get a hold of them. So check out that Vice article that is linked to below. Hey, check and subscribe to my backup channel. Today, I brought back a show that someone asked about. Back in 2017, I did a show about who's who in Bitcoin, who's who in the space, all the people that I paid attention to on Twitter and had on the show. And, well, it's kind of, when you look back on it, it's changed quite a bit. So that is just, it's linked to below my backup channel. And so that's the latest video over there. Subscribe to it. You get a new on Saturdays. You get a new Beyond Bitcoin show there every Saturday. And the guys at Coin Firm, remember I had that dude on my show, the one who says he can help track down stolen Bitcoin. Well, he says Coin Firm is monitoring the $119,000 in Bitcoin paid to scams from the Twitter hack of companies and celebrities. Victims paid in $1,600 to one address and $117,000 to another. I didn't know there was a second address. Okay, but whatever. The funds were then sent to other addresses with the largest holding 52,000. Okay, so they stole. Hey, so Coin Firm. I hope someone like Coin Firm can figure out who's behind this and connect it to other instances. There's no doubt this person, this entity has experience in the Bitcoin realm, experience in the Bitcoin social media realm, has probably participated in similar activities before, and who knows what it might lead to. Maybe some of the dudes that watch this video who have lost funds in the past will be able to. It'll be part of one big horrible Bitcoin scamming syndicate. Okay. So, yeah, it's $120,000, something like that. We'll get to that number in a second. So Peter Schiff, of course, was going to chime in on this. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because Peter Schiff is a smart person. And so you have to think he knows what he tweeted out here is false, okay? That he knows it's ignorance, okay? And that he's just, there are people out there, and this is where the big boys play. The haters of Bitcoin will see that there was a hack. Remember the word, the big scary word, hack. And that somehow involved Bitcoin. And then will somehow try to twist them together, hack and Bitcoin together. Remember, hack was used and Bitcoin was used. I mean, you could say a lot of two-word combinations, two words in the same sentences, okay? And it doesn't mean, well, here he says, it looks like all verified Twitter accounts have been hacked by someone running a Bitcoin scam. Yes, this is true. For once, not being verified has its advantages. Okay, that's funny. I wonder if this is a harbinger of Bitcoin itself being hacked. Better play it safe and just buy gold. So he just says, because someone hacked something and Bitcoin was involved, that means maybe Bitcoin could be hacked. But people fall for this. I mean, the media does this with the current event situation, okay? One scary word combined with another scary word. You put it together. Oh, maybe this can happen. Maybe young people will, because young people aren't getting it. So maybe young people will get it. I can't say what it is, but you know. Anyway, someone replied to Schiff and said, if Bitcoin itself could be hacked, then the hackers wouldn't be asking for Bitcoin. Stolen diamonds don't mean diamonds or scams. Okay, we all know this, but a lot of people don't know this. The 80%ers of the world can get freaked out by it. Peter Schiff plays he plays in the mud. He plays in the dirt there because he is a smart man. And I don't know what his exact vendetta is against. I know he's stubborn. He can hate Bitcoin for the rest of his life. That's cool. But dude, he's stooping low there. He's getting down into the mud when he's got to use like a mainstream media mindless technique there where one word was said here, one word was said here. Okay, I'll combine them and just make up a complete lie. Maybe Bitcoin will be hacked soon because Twitter was hacked. All right. Now, so that's but we deal with it. We deal with it here. Now we talked about Monero marketing. Back in the day, Dash used to compete with Monero, like straight up. They used to have wars, their fans. And a lot of you don't remember that because you weren't here in 2016, but it was a thing. It was a thing. I noticed in South Africa, I believe it's on April 5th, they're having and I've mentioned this before, the online DeFi conference. And you can be a sponsor. You can be a gold sponsor. Dash, the cryptocurrency Dash is a gold sponsor of a DeFi conference in South Africa. Now, good for Sonia for getting Dash to throw her some money there. That's cool. But interesting. Dash is still the marketing, marketing in cryptocurrency. Let it happen. There, so in Bitcoin can't do that. There's no Bitcoin home office that goes around and goes to DeFi conferences and says we want to be your gold sponsor. I just remembered I gotta put some turmeric in my food when I prepare it. Glad I remembered that. Pound that like button for turmeric. I'll be talking about that on the Saturday show, actually, Beyond Bitcoin. And yeah, so Dash is a gold sponsor. That's how they market. That's how they do their thing. Some people interested in DeFi will find out about Dash. Dash has nothing to do with DeFi though, but they've got some governance over there that allows them to shift money from the budget to sponsoring events in South Africa. Now, going back to the Twitter situation yesterday, and I'll check for the questions in a second, guys. And by the way, there's some dudes that are in motion. I'm going to talk about them very soon. Now, Zach Vol says, you had access to every Twitter account from Coinbase to Kanye, and you only got $120,000. You played yourself. I mean, it does make you wonder. It really makes you wonder. Is there going to be a part 2 to this? You think they could have gotten more? They had access to so many people's. They could have said, "Hey, dude, I've got access to your thing," or they could have pretended to be them, be more creative, not done it all at once. Asked for Bitcoin from the victims themselves. Who knows? Who knows? It's very strange. It's very strange. They had the technical skill to get that God switch over at Twitter, and they got 120,000. Who knows? Maybe it's like a total inside job, just someone that's totally frustrated. No need to speculate at this point. I think I'm just happy that people are finding out about Bitcoin, and that the guy. These things are not nice things to do, okay? But they're always asking for Bitcoin. It isn't Monero. It isn't Bcash. They don't need it. They know what they want. All right. So GBTC, Grayscale had issued some news yesterday, breaks its previous quarterly inflow record as institutions invested $905 million in its Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoin products. Hey, man, you can call them institutions. What hedge funds, they're not exactly individuals. It's a lesson. For you individuals out there, the entities are throwing money at Grayscale, and they're buying into the ecosystem. They're not buying the real thing. You buy the real things, dude, before they realize that they really should have bought the real thing. We'll look back on this one day. I'm sure some people are watching this in 2022, enjoying themselves. Okay. We're going to talk about, so I did want to mention that because that got overshadowed, that GBTC news. We've got 2 guys that are in motion, but let me see if there were any questions. Okay, Roman Q. There isn't enough computer or political power in the universe to reverse the donation transactions. Bitcoin is such a beautiful thing. Pound that like button, dude. Pound that like button, dude. Okay, now I'm going to talk about 2 dudes in motion. One of them is in the chat right now. Dr. H. Quinzel. Dr. H. Quinzel, I linked to his channel below. He has a crypto art channel. It shows him making art involving cryptocurrency. He reached out to me, and I encourage people who are involved in projects that involve Bitcoin to reach out to me. Be proud. We are Bitcoin proud here. There's no harm, and I'm a nice dude. You give me a story, I do a new show every day. I gotta have stories, and this is insider information. I don't do the generic nonsense that you see everywhere else. I'm doing stuff that you don't hear anywhere else, and that's one of the things. Dr. H. Quinzel, and I like art. He's doing crypto art. Check out his channel. It's linked to below. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin pride, dude. Bitcoin pride. Be proud. In this world, everyone wants to be a victim. There's no pride in accomplishments anymore here on this channel and the backup channel. Accomplishments, dude. Accomplishments. We love it. Yeah, I've been buying Bitcoin since 2013. Yep, I'm proud of it, baby. Pound it. Now, finally, another person in motion is Boomer Bitcoin. Let's call him that. Boomer Bitcoin. That's who he is on Twitter. He tweeted out a video that he made. I've mentioned him before. He has a sats per capita measurement. SatCap is the equivalent of one person's share of Bitcoin if all the Bitcoin were equally divided amongst the world's population. So he has a video about it. He's got a Twitter feed about it. It's linked to below. SatCap. If all the world's, the equivalent of one person's share of Bitcoin, if all the Bitcoin were equally divided among the world's population. Well, that's the thing. It isn't equally divided. This is where people are in motion. If you're in motion, you got ahead of it. You got it before the whole darn world woke up to it, because it's clear the whole darn world, they're into some other things now. Woo! They're not into some productive endeavors. Seems like most people are into just complaining. Compete. Don't complain. Compete, like Dr. H. Quinzel and Boomer Bitcoin. They're not complaining. They're out there doing things. You should be too. I'm Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the DisruptMeister. Remember to subscribe to this channel. check out all the links below. Those dudes, check them out right now. And of course, tomorrow, Friday, This Week in Bitcoin, 12:30 in the afternoon in Baltimore and 9:30 a.m. in Los Angeles. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll say hi to you in the chat afterwards. Strong hand. Bye-bye.